Bye. I'm going to sing now. It's going to be loud. It's not going to be good, but it's going to be from the heart. SCOTUSFU and your wives, the destruction of our lives, taking far right sides and your $1 million bribes, hanging out with the snobs in your lifetime jobs, while the women sob 'cause you're ruling on dobs. Try to hide behind spouse disconnection. You know your wife supported insurrection. Pretend like there's a king with each election. Let's see what you say when he asks for justices. Try to push on us your Christian national. Not in the Constitution, it's not rational. You know Jesus welcome multinationals. That large Statue of Liberty's a woman. So SCOTUSFU and your wives, the destruction of our lives, taken for right side and your $1 million bribes, hanging out with the snobs in your lifetime jobs, while the women saw 'cause you're ruling on dobs. Hello, everybody. I have to see over the kitty. Yeah, and now I need kitties. We need kitties. Yes, we need kitty. Hello, everybody. I got mad. I was very angry this morning, so there you go. Yes. Julie, Wisconsin. Mama, sing a song about me. Oh, I do. Actually, I have a song that I sing when Alfie's upset, especially when he's crying in the distance. I guess I could share it with you since I've already embarrassed myself in front of the universe here. Yes, dear, it's okay. Oh, I've got to open the window anyway. Alfie, 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 give me your answer, do. You're a kitty, doing what kitties do. You are a lot of trouble, both you are and your brother. But you are sweet, a pumpkin tree, doing all the things kitties do. Whoops, where are you? Oh, dear kitty. Oh, there's a kitty. You're right. You can go in and out. Yeah, you can go in and out. See? Here. All right. Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you. I feel better. I feel a little better. Still bad, but a little better. Okay. All right. So, oh, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for becoming a member. I have no idea. I'll probably get demonetized today. It's fine. It's worth it. Cards. I'm using Old Faithful. So, anyway. Julian, Wisconsin says, my grandmother used to sing that song to us. She was born in 1903. Fantastic. Oh, boy. All right. So, then thank you. Thank you for your kindness and your patience with me. Deb Hope. So now we have King Joseph. Cool. All right. Damon Rich says, a little protest song, a little kitty song to clear the air. Yes. Thank you, Deb. And yes, Anna Gonzalez, today is a tough day, but we're going to get through it. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Don't be depressed, Denise. Don't. Because I forgot something. Actually, I have more than one. came in a pack. I couldn't just get one. They came in a pack. So, hello, Becca. Becca from House of Lenormand is in the chat. Up here, this radical judicial activism by the MAGA justices. Yeah, we will get through this. With voting, remembering the pen is mightier than the sword. Jenny Strunch, what did I miss? Well, if you want to hear some bad singing, you could go back to the beginning. I'm just going to put these on randomly. Just, they're not going to match. They're not going to be even. I don't care. I'm just putting them on just everywhere. Just put this here. So let's do some readings. Do, 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 do. Thank you, Jenny. Giovanni says, please explain the immunity decision. I'm confused and extremely stressed. Well, from when when it first came out and they were talking, it sounded pretty bad. So I started working on changing the lyrics to that song. Oh, Rose Blue, bless you. The swear jar. My swear jar just today. Told my anxiety squirrel Studio 54 is closed for a week. That's all. So, thank you. So, yeah, okay. Yes, that's true. Becca says, Ted Lieu says on Twitter, SCOTUS just made blank up. Yes. Yes. But we're going to vote. We are. We're going to vote. And I included the line in there. There were some lines I dismissed. Like, okay, I don't know. I can't create a whole verse around this. So, all right, what's the effect? I'm going to do I'm going to do let's say 8 minutes in. I'm going to do a grand Becca, see what you've done to me? I'm going to do an overloaded Celtic. All right. Amy Jones, last ditch effort of the patriarchy. Exactly. Kelly Ramsey, 10 days. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. So SCOTUS ruled, what it says here, SCOTUS ruled Trump has some level of immunity for the multiple charges against him. There is absolute immunity for normal official acts. Yes. Another is no immunity for personal acts. Okay. The problem is with the third, a gray area of assumed immunity, which are things that another court, starting with Chutkan, will have to determine if it was an official act or not, but are assumed to be immune until that decision is made. Her ruling will ultimately be appealed on certain issues, delaying things more. Yeah. Yes, Rebecca, King Biden's first official act should be to overturn everything the Supreme Court has just opined on. Exactly. Exactly. I have to wonder if Biden and his team right now are not looking at this whole thing going, you know what? Ike! Sorry. That's not good. Hang on. Sorry. Things fell, which isn't necessarily a problem, except that what fell was my afternoon pills in my pill box, and I do not want kitties. They've never eaten anything that's fallen, but I just want to make sure that kitties are safe. All right, let's get down to the reading. All right. We're good. We're going to be good. We really are. Yeah. Because women are going to vote like you wouldn't believe. Mystic Dax says Dark Brandon has immunity. Dax of Star Trek, I would follow you anywhere. Bernadette Smith says, no. Oh, no. The Democrats are, yeah, they're okay. In the past, we have adding insult to injury, which is pretty much what they've been doing. Center of this reading, Hierophant, the institutions. They put this off since December? No. Wasn't this first brought up in December? And then they waited months to hear it, and then they waited months to rule on it? Yeah. Let me just turn everything over and see what I've got. All right. At the base of the reading, we have women voters. We've got disappointment. It's not just women, but we've got disappointment and unhappy women voters. Above it, we've got a thief card, and we've got the Joe Biden card, which doesn't mean he's a thief. It means, oh, really? Well, funny you should say that. Home environment. This is what happens. There's I don't normally say things like this, but I don't think that there is the nicest place in the universe on the other side just waiting for Mitch McConnell. And that's not something I say easily. The amount of cruelty for what? Hopes and fears. Without fear that this far-right victory will continue. What other people see, they're not listening to reason. They're not listening to decency. The challenge. There's a big election coming. Big, huge. Near future, far right are going to try to stir things up. Page of Cups. All right. What is Joe Biden really going to do? He's unlikely to do much right now because he doesn't want to blow up the election. Now, once he's voted back into office in November, we should read on that. What is he going to do in later November, December, January, February, and onward? Oh, Patrick, thank you. Gifted 20 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to do much right now just because, like I said, he doesn't want to blow up the election. And what we end up with is a whole lot of voters. A whole lot of voters, a whole lot of people wearing red having to walk away. And of course, they're going to try to throw everything at this that they can. But Trump's not president now. And after the election, he's not going to be president. I honestly do not think so. Anything's possible, but I honestly do not think so. At which point, he's really stuffed, as he deserves. So yeah. Amy Jones says this election is for the whole shebang. Hang in there. Hang in there. For all this talk about, some people are saying, well, I don't know if I'm going to vote. Oh, I disagree. I think a lot of people are going to vote. Okay, so yes, DL Jersey Shore, we will defeat the orange mango again. Yes, the rancid mango. Anyway, okay, so is Joe Biden or whoever the Democratic president-elect is at 16 minutes in is the Democratic president/president-elect, which he technically becomes, going to use the hello dear superpowers given to him by SCOTUS. Just 1 second, I'll cover you up. Well, just a second. To make big changes. All right, let's cover you up. There we go. There we go. You can get some rest. All right. Save. All right. Will the president-elect use these newfound powers? If the president or president-elect use these newfound powers, Democratic president-elect use these newfound powers, who makes some changes. By the way, what it was saying, what they're effectively, from what I saw earlier, what it sounded like, it made it sound like if a president can take a bribe for an ambassadorship, and because it's an official act of him getting an ambassadorship, he can take bribes. Somebody said something like that on the news. I'm going to wait a day or two to really hear how this shakes out when all the legal minds have really had a chance to go over it. Give them power. Why shouldn't they use it? Yeah, exactly, Hustle and Armament. Watch the SCOTUS scream. We only meant presidential immunity applies to Republicans. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Holly Webb. Oh. Let's not forget who the president is. It's not Trump. Exactly. Magician. 3 of Pentacles. King of Cups. Hello, President Biden. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, the Republicans are going to actually, it feels like a little bit they will. I don't think Biden or anybody else would abuse this the way that they would on the right. And they have plans. They're like, okay, but we have power. We'll be able to do this and that when we get back into power. But you have to get back into power. This is them having to walk away. Give it a few days. Give it a few days, because I think this is going to shake out into what it means, how the rubber hits the road. So, yeah, it's infuriating. So, got that. All right, now at 1940, we need to look at one troubling item in the ruling. Is that any evidence related to official acts is inadmissible in court? How badly will this hurt Jack overall? Well, speaking in front of the in front of that group before the attack on the Capitol, that was a campaign. And courts have already said that was a campaign thing. That wasn't an official act. That's already been, they've already said that. The courts have already said that. And as far as the top secret documents go, he was out of office. So this hurt Jack. Jack abides. Queen of Cups. His whole team, they're very smart people. They are very smart people. Emperor, yeah. Fine, we have to start over. We've got to go over what we've done. We'll do it. And we are going to make this, it honestly, okay, I'm trying to calm down here to make sure it isn't my own energy completely getting in the way, but it just feels like Jack Smith, Judge Chutkan, all of these other prosecutors, they are now, they were trying to do the right thing before. Right now, it feels like they all just want to rain down on this jerk. I think it just became more likely that Trump goes to prison. I know, it's unlikely, but man, have I got feeling completely beaten up and going up the river and aggressive law enforcement. I think this is going to affect, this feels like it's going to affect Mershon's ruling. Christine Gummison says, no more walking on eggshells. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Rose Blue says, I called my parents, said, don't watch any news for the next 2 days. Accidentally said the F word, apologized 2 seconds later. Yeah, I've got parents like that too. You're smarter than that. You don't need to be using language like that. Yeah. Doesn't matter, I'm 52. Irrelevant. Travis says Mershon was a civil case. If I got the wrong, who am I thinking of? If I got the wrong judge, sorry, I might not be thinking very clearly right now. Clarence Field says impeach Thomas and Alito and Barrett. Kavanaugh. No, you got the right one. Thank you, Michelle. And Goron was civil. Okay. Mershon is the criminal case. Yeah, and he's coming up with Trump's sentence on the 11th. Okay, I want to read on that. And I'm going to use, the whole point of the cards is to get past my own, any kind of biases I have. Is it now more likely that Trump will get a prison sentence by Judge Mershon? Rhonda Cumbo says, breathe autumn, we're here for you. Oh, absolutely. We are going to be okay. I honestly do think we are going to be okay. Look, if I'm willing to yell, to sing at the top of my lungs the letters F and U, trust me, there are people who are willing to take action to vote. Vote. Vote, 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 vote. Vote blue. Vote blue. Vote blue. Marshawn, Marshawn, Marshawn. All right, okay, this is the justice system on a very practical level. I mean, it's one thing to say, okay, are these high level major arcana forces of greatness, but it's also the practicality on the ground, and that's the minor arcana. Oh, we're looking at that next. Thank you, Becca. Okay, but right now, is it now more likely that Marshawn will give Trump prison time? Knight of Cups, King of Wands. All right. So it feels like they were trying to be reasonable. And I think they were. I think Trump got a fair trial. I honestly do, in my heart of hearts. And he's the thief. He got 34 felony convictions for fraud and obstruction and whatever else. Institutions, aggressive law enforcement. This institution could also be a prison or some equivalent. I mean, McConnell's the one who said after he wouldn't impeach Trump for the January 6th, he said, it's up to the courts. The courts will take care of it. It's not for us. It's not for us. And then with this, with all the immunity that falls on that person and for what they did, the only way, if you believe in the rule of law, Marshawn has to go, all right. Okay, I think the energy shifted because these cards feel like they're more moving toward this question. Okay. Marshawn's ruling. Sentencing. The sentencing of Donald J. for Genius Trump on July 11th, 2024 for 34 felony convictions. Marshawn. He's the one who has to pull the quote unquote pull the trigger, metaphorically, because obviously there would be no violence involved. I mean, he doesn't want to blow up the country, but it's also up to him to bring hope to the hope of justice. All right, Trump's waiting. He's worried, or Marshawn is thinking this. There's at least it's there. There's some energy there. Got the Knight of Wands in the middle, so Trump's side might try to think as though this isn't about his time in office. None of this, him signing those checks is not an official act, so get stuffed. And I wonder if his lawyers are going to try to say, oh, wait. Oh, wait. We need to go back to court. This all needs to be relitigated. I get a big no. And they have to walk away. So the main thing I'm getting here is his lawyers are going to try to pull a fast one. So we need to brace ourselves for that. Cynthia O'Keefe says he's not worried. He's just been empowered. Is anybody else pulling cards on this? Just wondering. Temperance. Well, what he does is going to be fair one way or the other. I do have a sentencing here as if going to prison, but to somewhere where Trump would be okay, can still act. You know, there are good places at military bases, very safe places at military bases, where a president could be held in almost perfect security. No harm whatsoever. In Wisconsin, the energy tells my intuition there's an opportunity for the Dems to do good. Good things will happen despite the intentions on the right. That's a real possibility. I don't think Guantanamo, to be honest. There's just CNN. CNN. Oh my gosh, there's a headline. How's your diet? What? It's not just hot dogs that you need to worry about. Too much of these ultra-processed foods can shorten your... Okay. CNN, really? Okay. That's a headline that pops up on my phone. Anyway. Going up the river. Happy Canada Day. Absolutely, Eileen. Happy Canada Day. Teresa Ford, decommissioned missile silo. Okay. Hanged Man. 9 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. I am getting serious consequences for Trump, but I'm getting there's something here, some cushy thing he gets. He's not going into general population in a big jail. But I'm getting it being unpleasant for him. And that would make me very happy for the felon. Paul Freed says, to me, this is just a waste of time what they're doing. Okay. Becca, please don't joke about that. Please don't. We don't. I'm sorry. I adore you. I adore you. I adore you. But we don't joke about assault around here. No one should be assaulted. So, okay. But let's ask your question because that's a good one. 3345. So AOC says that hang on, AOC's in the House, and you have to, the Supreme Court justices can only be impeached in the Senate, I thought. So will the Senate begin impeaching SCOTUS justices? Let's look at that. Okay, Kathy Lamson, an isolated cell and no social media. Okay, Irene, yes, Alcatraz, plus it's haunted. Man. Okay, Ricky says, I got a bottom card, page of strength. What's the page of strength? The judge in the hush money trial. I'm afraid I don't know what that is. And it's even necessarily what your articles of impeachment begin in the House, then go to the Senate. Yes, please. I love that. Will the House / Senate impeach Supreme Court, impeach any Supreme Court justices? I like it. Thank you, Becca. Thank you. Trials in the Senate. Thank you. All right. I've missed a bunch of stuff in the Laura. This is why I'm here every day, because you are so awesome. Alcatraz is surrounded by shark-infested waters. Oh, God, that's good. Ooh. Oh, gosh, I like that. January 11th is coming. Hammer time. Oh, man. That's funny. That's true, Becca. No, I missed it. Although, Dave, that was good. Great thing about Alcatraz, tourists can go by and point fingers and laugh. All right. Impeachment of Supreme Court justices. Look, Democrats, we tend to be kind of wussy. We do. That's kind of our strength, is we care. We feel our feels. We have our emotions. We have emotional intelligence. We care about others. We try to do what's best overall and empower people. There's a reason why the quote unquote patron saint of this channel is Steve Rogers, Mr. Rogers. Fred Rogers. Why did I say Steve? I don't know. I think it's because I've got Bannon right there on my brain. Fred Rogers. Bless you. Bless you, Fred Rogers. Anyway. But there's a point at which it's like, oh, yeah, no, we're not doing that. You people lied. You lied under oath. You lied in your hearings. You're taking rights away from, you're making women second-class citizens. Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. That might be it too. Boy, if Steve Rogers, Captain America, Steve Rogers was a real person. I don't have a nose ring. I'm very old-fashioned. Anyway, I don't mind if you're gone for work a lot. That's okay. Supreme Court has caused so much damage. Something new, legal, tower, hanged man. This is the right talking. This is their communication. But before that, I've got the death card, Ace of Swords, Tower, and the Hanged Man. Will there be Supreme Court justices impeached? Yeah. Yeah. The problem is you still have Speaker Mikey. He hates everything. So I don't know if it's going to happen before the election. That's the problem. Cece says, I've been to Alcatraz many times. It's freezing there. Okay. Becca says, does that hanged man mean there's a period of waiting though? Yeah, that's kind of, for this. There's Dumpy, the man. Becca Smith. That was funny. Star, Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Chariot. The election. Women are going to vote. Yes, the Supreme Court justices and this last gasp of the cruelest part of the patriarchy is right there. But there's a big, it feels like big election. This election is going to have a huge impact, which makes the astrology then makes more sense, because the astrology for both conventions and the election are fraught. Rebecca says King Biden should deem the next election null and void, just what MAGA wants. See how they like it, since they want kings. But he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Okie dokie. What do we have next? Okay. What have we got? What have you got? Oh, yeah, this is very, yeah, we're expecting this. At 41:30, will Cannon try to toss the entire documents case now? Or will she succeed? Because she's Aileen Cannon. Chief Honest says the universe isn't going to give us a break. Oh, well, that's the thing. I mean, luck is preparation meeting opportunity. If we vote, if we vote, then good things can happen. Aileen Cannon. Helen says, I'm convinced she's being paid off. Trump all but promised her she'd be great as a Supreme Court justice, wink, wink. He said that. He tweeted that out. Empress card. Usually this is my card for America or what have you, but this is her. She feels like she's got so much power. She is the Empress to his Emperor. And the institution's protecting her. Fruits of labor. Nine of Wands. Fool. Nine of Swords. Eight of Cups. Hang on. This is Aileen Cannon's case? Well, we know Trump's the fool. Trump's the fool. Sleepless nights. Yeah, but these cups this is unfinished. Hopefully she does it sooner rather than later. Let me see if I can get some more information, but I think so. Suzette Wood says if SCOTUS has caused damage of laws that are already in place, then Biden should remove the corrupt SCOTUS for the threat they are and prove their corruption and proof of their corruption. Mm-hmm. By the way, I love your name. Love your name. Oh, thank you. Thank you, lucky girl, for the super chat. Posted. Isn't Hannibal Lecter at Alcatraz? What? Who said that? Card missing. Yeah, yeah, I've got a card missing because I think she's going to be like, oh, what? Huh? Who? Corruption. There is a case, but oh, she's all in. Oh no, this case is suspended. Things will have to go. We'll have to have more hearings, or things will just have to go away, or yeah. But I do think right now she's looking very carefully at how she can spin this so that Donald Trump just walks away. But I don't think Jack Smith's going to put up with that. So, okay. All right. At 40. Hang on. I don't know. Deborah says all they have to do is start public investigations into the lying, corrupt justices and their wives. They will start resigning so quick it'll be like the justice Trump got rid of. I don't know that they would resign, though. I really don't. I don't know that they would. Why would they? Now, if they force ethics onto the Supreme Court, if Congress, sorry, I've got makeup in my eye. If Congress forces ethics onto the Supreme Court, yeah. Oh, wait, you mean I can't make millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, go on $500,000 vacations? Then they'll leave. But yeah, Rebecca says, I doubt they'd resign. Look no further than Thomas. Yeah. Hello, Annie. Okay, well. Flag this was asking, will this be what finally pushes Biden to expand the court? I'll pull a couple of cards on this, but again, I don't think Biden's going to do anything too much now because he doesn't want to blow up the election. He has to show some kind of willingness to stand up for what's right. But what pushes Biden to finally expand the court to 13 justices? There are 13 districts. Maria K., we are to vote, and we are to get through this and not let it run our blood pressures up to the ceiling and damage our health. We are in this together. Okay. Sword of truth. We know he's Grandpa Joe. Yeah, exactly. Visualize 70. Joe Biden, he doesn't want to alienate himself among voters. Yeah, exactly. What they're trying to do on the right, now they can talk about whatever, but there's an election coming up. All right, that's mascara on my knuckle. Sophie Smile says, I'm so sad over this. I will be voting for Biden regardless. Well, of course. Vote blue. Vote blue. Vote blue. But don't be sad, especially with this. What a great name. Sophie Smiles. We'll be okay. We will get through this. We've not lost our ability to vote. We are going to vote. We are going to make a difference. Feather's asking, is this going to be a rigged election? Someone did it once. No. Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. He's not going to do anything before the election. Nope. And they're going to be on the right. They're going to be flailing around trying to make hay of this, try to make something of this. But he's not going to risk alienating voters. He's not going to blow up the election over this. But all right. Oh, what was that? That made me happy. Jennifer Parr. Even in Florida, things are changing. DeSantis is disliked. Is he now? I'm in Chicago, so I don't know, but that I like that. Let's do that. Let's dislike DeSantis. Yes, Lisa Arnold, they ruled on immunity this morning. It was a mixed bag. Very ugly mixed bag. Yeah. Becca, SCOTUS. Happy 4th of July. We give you kings. Yeah. You are hysterical. And I adore you. All right. At 51 minutes in, I looked at this the other day. I'll pull 3 cards on it because your questions are very important to me. Chris Mund is asking, do you see Biden picking a new VP so he can put Kamala on the Supreme Court? What I was getting before was after when she's done being vice president and/or president, she's going to be tired. She's going to be like, I'm done. I'm going home. Just Rebecca Smith, exactly. SCOTUS can bark on all the crappy decisions they want. They can't stop the blue wave that is coming. Yes. Yes. And with every one of these rulings, they just get more people voting for Democrats. Yep. All right. So, no. No, she's got a job. So no, she's gonna move forward with what she's doing, but no, there's no. So okay. All right, at 5240. 5240. Now, while we all know that tarot is not good with timing, the question Bernadette Smith had is, how long will it take to undo all the damage the Supreme Court has done? Good question. How long will it take to undo the damage that this court has done? How fast can we get these far-right people out of office? Son, it's a card for the reading. Let me get out the rack. Death card. 10 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 8 of Cups. 2 of Wands. MAGA is reduced to nothing more than a bunch of people going in the background. The faster we get them out of office. There's a lot. If let's say, please, if there's just this huge, massive blue tsunami, right, and suddenly just in this election, we shellac the Republicans, right? We're just completely all Democrat. I don't think that that's going to be like, oh, okay, we can just relax now. I don't think that's it at all. I think there are people who are going to pounce on undoing a bunch of this garbage. Because as much as the Supreme Court thinks they're special, they're only allowed to interpret laws that Congress passes. So if Congress goes and says, no, this is the law. Congress has now deemed that this is the law about presidential actions, how they are treated, whether they are illegal or not. Supreme Court doesn't get to just, whatever. No. Taking women's rights away, reproductive rights away. The Congress can put that into law to protect it and say to the court, get stuffed. This is the most important thing we can do right there, and help voting. Okay, what else have we got? All right, let's see. Is there something else? Let me just make sure I'm not missing something, because I know this kind of took over everything. But hang on just one second. Let me see. What have I got? Scabby Steve. Ooh, such an accurate description. And ick. Oh, Scabby Flag, this is saying, according to the New York Times, Scabby Steve has recruited a rogues gallery of right-wing nut jobs to guest host his vile podcast while he's in stir. Any chance he'll drive it into receivership? No. But I've been reading on him quite a lot recently. And things are somehow not going to go as well for him once he's out as he thinks they will. But that's what I've been getting. One second. Jennifer Parr. All right, 5730. Let's make sure we cover this. 5730. Jennifer Parr was asking, will third parties like Green Party or whatever affect the Biden victory outcome? Velda Ray. Congress passing new laws regarding immunity is our answer. Everybody write to your congressperson. All right, Biden victory. Will third party, Green Party, JFK Jr. Knight of Cups. I think a lot of people realize that these far right parties right now, they're talking heads for the far right. They just are. For foreign influence, it's not good. And I think a lot of people realize that there's America, and women are going to vote for Democrats to get their rights back. There will be Republicans who are still voted in. We're not going to get rid of every red district, red area, red state, but it's this major arcana woman right in the middle that's going to make the difference. So, okay. And is there still an election in the UK on Thursday? Some things get rolled over. I just want to make sure that that this didn't fall through the cracks. I don't know when the UK election is. I know that the In France, the far right made a lot of progress in the preliminary voting. Of course, it's the July 4th. All right, so it is Thursday. Okay. At 1 hour, 1 hour 30 seconds, Tobeans won. Love that name. I feel so much better for being here with you and singing at the top of my lungs. All right. I wish you'd look into the election in the UK this Thursday. I'm desperate for Tories out and terrified. Oh, Tobeans, don't be terrified. It's okay. It's okay. All right, UK. We have some gnarly astrology this year. It's got everybody antsy, and we got people making stupid decisions, but we're gonna get through it. This is not forever. Okay. Interesting. All right. If that isn't, if Ten of the dynasty here, if this is not the Tories, I don't know what is. They've been in power forever. Pentacles are conservatives. They have been in power for a long time. Adding insult to injury. Sleepless, worry, hope. Star. The morning star, the dawn, near the dawn. Card for the readings, the Hanged Man. Maybe things go to the left here. I'll have to look up because I don't know exactly who's on Barbara Armstrong says astrology can certainly help us manifest good. Yes. And to also know, there are things I love about astrology. One of the main things is it says everybody's supposed to be different. Not everybody's supposed to conform to one thing at all. There are too many variables, too many opportunities, too many different strengths. It's good. Also, it just shows the energetic currents. It doesn't say, oh, this is exactly what's going to happen to you. Not necessarily, if you know what's happening. Jill Dalton, NYC, says Tories will be voted out. Ross says Labor will win, but it will not be as easy as they think. All right. Are conservatives unpopular? That's what that looks like? Because I got a big death card with a King of Cups stepping forward from. So that would be a big change. The far right, Page of Wands are in the middle, but they're weak and small. Five of Cups. There is some disappointment, and of course, it's the corruption that there's some corruption that has to be addressed. But that's not the fall of the liberals. It doesn't feel like. It feels like these are separate. This comes after that, or because of that. So that's what I'm getting. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All right. I have a Cancer moon. Some people say I'm a wuss. That's okay. I can handle it. But here's the question. Are you going to be okay? Because I want you to be okay. I really do. I really do think we're going to get through this. I really do. Honestly, in my heart of hearts, I believe we are going to get through this and we are going to be okay. All right. Yes, Deb Hope, time for tea, calming and soothing tea. An excellent idea. So if you start getting frustrated or upset, go for a walk, watch something, to, get your emotions out, sing at the top of your lungs, whatever works for you. But we're going to get through this. We're going to vote, and we're going to be okay. All right. So please hang in there. Yes, Beth A, and a donut. Carbs are good. I'm always going to, I'm a total enabler. I'm always going to say, eat the cookie, eat the cupcake, always. So, all right. Oh, Laura Hammond Davis is a big pot of soup. Sounds delicious. Oh, yum. All right. So hang in there. It's 1:23 here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. And we're not going to talk about politics over there. We're focused on I'm working on my astrology course and creative stuff and getting Notion working so I can gather all my ideas about different projects and being productive and encouraging. And that's this afternoon. And then tomorrow I will be right back here. I am literally here every single day of the year, and I have been for over 4 years. I have not missed one single day in 4 years, over 4 years. All right. And we're here together because it's not just about me. We have a fantastic community. So hang in there. And I'll see you right back here. You're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel. Yes, lucky girl, stay calm and autumn on. I love that. All right.